All right, I see our participant count going up. I'm going to get started. Welcome to the St. Francis Prep College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but we'll be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Chelsea, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is one of many sessions happening, so be sure to check the schedule on the website. This presentation, as well as all the others, are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/SFP. And I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, and that is Pace University.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for having me. And I'm going to share my screen with you right now. So today I'm going to be talking about why go-getters go to PACE. PACE University will always refer to our students as go-getters, trendsetters. So thank you so much for your interest in our university. And we also have a motto of opportunitas. So I want to welcome you to a world of opportunity with PACE. So when you start PACE, we have a University 101 class, which I'm pretty sure that all the other universities that are here and every university that's not here has that kind of class as well. Some people call it a freshman seminar, a college seminar. And in that class, we have something called the PACE path. So your PACE path might include research experiences, international conferences, global study, and much more. Basically, the purpose of doing the PACE path is so that we can help to guide you. Like a lot of students may know what they want to do up front. Some people may not know what they want to do, but either way, we're going to help you to get there. So the PACE path is going to be a really exciting part of your career at PACE, and that is done in your first semester. We have 6 different schools for you to choose from at PACE. We have the College of Health Professions, which has our health programs, our nursing, and for our nursing program, it goes all the way up to the doctoral level. We do not have medical degrees, but we do have pre-med. So if you want to go into optometry, dentistry later on, we do have affiliations with all the top New York hospitals and medical schools that we can guide you right into. For example, right now, the student worker at the front office of our admissions room is in New York Medical College, just graduated with his degree from PACE this May in bioscience, neuroscience, okay? So even if we don't have a med school, we can help to guide you to that pathway. Our Dyson College of Arts and Sciences is very exciting. It's our largest school that has the art programs and sciences, even our performing arts. And just so you know, last year's troop of Rockets for the Radio City Music Hall, 14 of them graduated from PACE's Performing Arts program. So we definitely have a lot going on in each of our schools at PACE. Our Elizabeth Hobbs School of Law is also very exciting. Some students want to be lawyers, and because we have our own law school, in addition to our other 2 campuses, students are able to do a 3+3 program and go right to a law school. Lubin School of Business, again, very exciting. Everything is exciting with us at PACE. On the Westchester campus, which is the photograph you see in my background, we have 5 student-run businesses. And at the New York City campus by the Brooklyn Bridge, we have entrepreneurship labs and different things for a School of Business. And fun fact about our School of Business at the New York City campus is that we have a trading room on campus, and the ticker in that room is faster than the one at Times Square because of our proximity to Wall Street. So lots of things happening at PACE. School of Education is our smallest school, very closely knit, and we will work with you to get all your New York State certification going, the person responsible for certification at PACE right now has been doing it for over 20 years. So lots and lots of options for you there. And of course, our Seidenberg School of Computer and Information Systems. We have engineering programs and different things that you can do with us at PACE. So just want to let you know that 90% of our undergraduates are employed or continuing their education within 6 months of graduation. At PACE, we have something called Handshake, which is an app that has over 10,000 employers actually recruiting our PACE students. So because of that, our students are doing internships. Last year, 9,000 students did internships. Students are getting employed at a 90% rate after graduating from PACE. So that is very helpful to know when deciding what college to attend. So again, I spoke a little bit about this campus. We have 2 unique undergraduate campuses, undergrad and grad, and of course, a law school. So we're right at the foot of the Brooklyn Bridge. We like to call it the center of the world, steps away from Statue of Liberty, steps away from Ground Zero and all of that. Another unique option for you would be the one in Pleasantville, which is where I'm located out of. We have nature trails, a pond, environmental center. And the amazing thing for students to know about PACE is that you get full access to both of these campuses for the same price. So you could be in Pleasantville today and be in the New York City campus the next day. And there is a free school bus that runs 4 times per day for free to the campus. So that's a really unique thing for students, especially if you're from right here in New York. If you want to feel like you went away, but you're not too far, we have a 200-acre beautiful campus, like I said, pictured in my background right there, which is our Pleasantville campus, and you have full access to both. So when you're doing your application to PACE, please remember to, you can do the application on our website, or you could also use the Common App. Our application fee is $50, and I see Chelsea jumping in. So all the other requirements that are here would be required of you. These are the deadlines and the average amount that students get in aid, and everyone gets a merit scholarship. This is our contact information. I look forward to speaking with you at the end of the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, next up we have Manhattan College.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Evelyn Oriana. I am Associate Director of Admissions at Manhattan College. Give me 1 second. Just getting situated. All right, so I seem to be having a bit of technical difficulties, so not a problem. I will just go ahead and present with what I have currently. So as I mentioned, my name is Evelyn Oriana. I'm Associate Director of Admissions at Manhattan College. I apologize, I don't have a presentation as I'm having a little bit of trouble just pulling that up, but I can definitely share a few key items about Manhattan College with you. So for those of you who are not familiar with Manhattan College, we are located in the Riverdale section of the Bronx. We are actually the last stop on the 1 train, West 242nd Street, which is directly across the street from Van Cortlandt Park and just 35-40 minutes from Midtown Manhattan. We're located right on Broadway, which is the very same Broadway that actually takes you right into Midtown Manhattan. So our students have the opportunity, as many of our faculty say, to take classes in the morning and intern or work in the afternoon in New York City. We do definitely utilize New York City as our playground, as our students are venturing out into New York City for classes, research, or internships, but we're also definitely engaging our students in the classroom. For students who are unfamiliar with our size, we are not too big. I like to say fair sized institution. We do have over 3,600 undergraduate students. Our incoming freshman class is about 850 to 900 students. All right. We do have a classroom size, or your average classroom size, I should say, of about 15 to 23 students, with your largest being anywhere from about 28 to 30 students at most. So as students begin to concentrate in their area of study, they do get smaller. Right. We do have over 5 different schools of study at Manhattan. We have the O'Malley School of Business. We have our School of Education and Health. We do have our School of Engineering, our School of Liberal Arts, and then our School of Science with pre-professional programs for students who are interested in the health field. We also do have a few articulation agreements for specific pathways such as chiropractic medicine, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and public health as well. We also have an articulation agreement with St. John's School of Law for students who are interested in pursuing law. You would start as a political science major at Manhattan for 3 years and move on to a first-year law student with St. John's, your fourth, and complete your JD with them after 3 years. All right, so students have multiple options. They can apply undecided within 4 out of the 5 schools, and our academic advisors will work very closely with our students to determine what area of study they are looking to focus on, not losing any track when you are heading towards that 4-year graduation track at the college. We have so many different organizations for our students that are academic based and interest based. We do have anything from Finance Club. We do have the Performing Arts. We do have Society of Women Engineers, Engineers Without Borders, Slice of New York. So many different opportunities. We are a Division I institution, so we do offer 19 different sports for both men and women. If you've ever been to a game in Manhattan, you know there is a lot of school spirit, and it's definitely a good time with our students, and you definitely get that sense of community on campus. Given our proximity to New York City, we do have a number of students coming from New York City, but we have students coming from across the country. And with that, it is nice that we can offer a campus to our students for them to reside on campus. We do offer suite style and traditional style for students, and they definitely have the option of electing which style it is they are most interested in. We also do have a first-year resident program for incoming freshmen that offers them the opportunity to reside in a suite style, take classes, particular classes with incoming freshmen within their similar academic background, and they are participating in a number of excursions. So this program is meant to help students acclimate to a new environment as they are transitioning into college life. Now, return on investment is definitely something we love to highlight at the college. About 84% of our students are reporting to being employed within the school of study, within the career that they pursued at the college. And then we do have over 90% of our students reporting to being employed within 9 months or less. We've had students really interning with a number of different companies and moving on to a number of different companies. So Apple, Google, AECom. We've had students working with Amtrak, Bank of America, the Major Four, Ernst & Young. So we have students in all different areas in New York City. Some will choose to start their careers in New York City, but not all will. We do have students moving overseas and across the country as well. Now, in terms of students who are interested in applying, are looking to apply to Manhattan, we are right on the Common Application. It is the easiest. We do have our own personal application, but we do not have a preference. We are also test optional. So at this time, we do not require either SAT or ACT, but we'll strongly recommend this for students who are interested in any STEM related program, specifically the School of Science or Engineering. We are on a regular rolling admissions basis and therefore don't have a specific deadline, but we'll encourage students to apply sooner rather than later. At that time, we will automatically screen students for any merit scholarships that we have to offer. And at the time of a decision, a student will be notified of those opportunities in addition to the financial aid that they will qualify for. We currently do have our fall open house taking place in 2 weeks. So I encourage all students who are interested in attending to register. I can share that link with you soon. And then we do also have our Engineering Awareness Day, which gives a breakdown of all of our engineering disciplines and the curriculum year to year, as well as our O'Malley School of Business Preview Day that does just the same for students interested in the O'Malley School of Business. We do have Saturday information sessions taking place throughout the fall, all school specific. So you have the opportunity to register for one of these 10 sessions, and you will always have the opportunity to meet with our staff, faculty, and any students that you might be interested in. And so at this time, I will turn it over.
Awesome, thank you. Next is the College of Mount St. Vincent.
Hello, everyone. Let me double check. Let me get my video on. All right. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. And thank you for joining us this evening on the StriveScan Fair. My name is Andrew Criel. I am a senior associate director at the College of Mount St. Vincent and also a proud alum from CMSV class of 2018. And for all of you, welcome to the right place on the river virtually. As you see here, we're located right in the Riverdale section of the Bronx, right near Manhattan College and right along the Hudson River as well. We're on the border of Yonkers and about 10 minutes south of Westchester County. And for all of you, we really truly are open to all types of different students. And when we look at the couple of fast facts that we have, we were founded 175 years ago. We were founded in 1847 by the Sisters of Charity of New York. And this year we're celebrating year 175 of being an institution. We have worked our way from being an all-girls college to being a co-ed institution to now being one of the premier institutions right here in the Bronx. One of my other favorite fast facts is the 6th most diverse college in the nation. We're welcoming students from 28 different states, 7 different countries, and also students from the European countries as well. And one of my favorite facts about Mount St. Vincent that helped me afford education as a first-generation student is 100% of incoming students receive scholarship and financial aid. We give merit aid, we also give federal aid, New York State TAP, and then also alumni and fringe grants from the college to make higher education accessible to all of you. When we look at the other information, college is going to be expensive everywhere you go. But for us, we have stayed committed to keeping tuition to $39,500. And you're probably thinking that's pretty expensive. But after all the scholarships, which I'll show you on the next slide, you'll see how we break it down. To live on campus as well, it's about $13,500. And from St. Francis Prep to Mount St. Vincent is about a 40-minute car ride. So if you think about crossing over the Whitestone or the Throgs Neck Bridge, that's how much time it would take. And I definitely recommend living on campus just to get the full experience of what college can offer you. When it comes to those scholarships, 100% of students get it. And it ranges from $16,000 all the way up to $28,000. So make a note, if you have a GPA above a 90 GPA, you can receive $28,000 in scholarship just by applying to CMSV. And of course, if you're on the lower end and you have a 74 to 79, you still receive money based on your recalculated GPA, which is $16,000. And what's so great about that is no matter where students fall on the spectrum, they're still going to get some type of money to make sure that we can get them to CMSV. Along for our students, I know at similar Catholic high schools in New York City, there is some type of thing of doing community service hours. We actually have a premier scholarship called Seton Service and Leadership, which is on the bottom there, which is awarded to 10 students annually that covers the full cost of room and board. And that's only if you have an 88 GPA and you've done community service during your time in high school. And I'm sure if you went to St. Francis Prep or go there now, you definitely have tons of hours to take advantage of. The other scholarships that we have is a Kino, which is a full tuition scholarship for Filipino students, Fontil Writing Scholarship for students who want to pursue a career in writing or English. And we also have the Fedorko program for any students that are interested in the natural sciences. When it comes to admission requirements, this is what we need. We need the Common App or our own application. We need a college essay, and then we need a high school transcript. The high school transcript comes from your counselor. The admission essay is the same college essay that you submit to every other college. And then that Common App is where you apply to 10 different schools all at once. We don't have any fees. There is no fee waiver because we are a free application, and you can find this on those 2 platforms. When it comes to the other opportunities that we have at the Mount, I want you to think about our academics. Our biggest major is nursing, and we also offer 70 other majors as well. Followed by nursing, we have biology, business, psychology, and sociology. And also at the Mount, you don't have to pick a major to your sophomore year, so you have time. Someone like myself, I came in, wanted to become a biology major. That didn't work out too well. I ended up failing out and switching over to business, and it literally felt like a click in my head. It made sense why I was in that course, and I'm very thankful to Mount St. Vincent for helping me find my footing along the way. Along with that, we have Mount Pathway Programs, which is HEOP, the Higher Education Opportunity Program, similar to other programs at other universities called EOP. Also, we have MAP, and we also have TRIO, which is for first-generation students, low-income students, or students with a disability or an IEP. When it comes to residence life, we have 6 dorms on campus. We actually just built a new one with our 2 new nursing simulation labs. These are different styles of suite style. They also have 2 per room. And we also have lobby areas, homework study areas, kitchens, and also community bathrooms as well. I think the best thing about this experience is that you're going to be living in one building with all of your first year students. So it's the opportunity to really gain friendships, gain new connections during your time here at CMSV. We also are open to commuters as well. We're 40% commuter based at CMSV. And we also have 2 free shuttles that allow students to use the 1 train, the 4, 5, 6, and also the 2, the B, and the D trains too. And those are free for all students, faculty, and staff. When we look at student life, we have 40 different student clubs on campus that range from academic clubs to athletic clubs to culture clubs. Clubs such as Samahan, which is for Filipino students, Black Student Union, A Moment of Magic, which visits sick kids in hospitals dressed as Disney princesses. Our dance teams are huge. We have Dolphin Dolls, Flava, which usually does Afro beats, reggae, and hip hop style of dances. And as you can see in the picture there, that's something similar to a college fair in person, where a bunch of our students can sign up for different clubs on campus. When it comes to athletics, we're a Division III team. I'm a former basketball player at the university. And for all of us, we have 15 NCAA Division III sports. We have volleyball, men and women's lacrosse, soccer, and we actually just built our first turf field right along the river. When it comes to getting started at the Mount, I always recommend you could use the QR codes on the screen to either explore more about Mount St. Vincent or get my contact information. And again, you can stay connected with us on Instagram as well at CMSV Admission on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you guys for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No worries.
All right, next up is Dominican College.
Hi, how are you? Kathleen couldn't make it tonight, so I'm filling in for her. My name is Ryan. I'm one of the freshman admission counselors at Dominican University. Let me go ahead and share my screen for you guys. Let's see if I figure that out. Okay, are you guys able to see my screen?
Looks great on my end.
Awesome.
Yes.
So Dominican University, we are a small private Catholic institute about 17 miles north of New York City. This is actually our 70th year as a school, and we were founded by the Dominican Sisters of Blauvelt 70 years ago. Just a little bit about us. We have about 1,500 enrollment for our undergrad programs. We're about 17 miles north of New York City. We have 17 Division II athletic teams. Our student to faculty ratio is 13:1. I think that's a really important thing because of having smaller class sizes. You get that one-on-one attention with your professors, and I think that's very important for students. 100% of first-time, full-time freshmen receive some sort of financial aid, whether it's grant scholarship or an academic scholarship. We offer anywhere from around $8,000 up to $18,000. These are just some of the programs that we have. These are all our majors that we have here on campus. We just added some more, so we're all really excited about that. The Public Health Information and Technology is a brand new program, and it's not offered at a lot of small schools like us, so it's very exciting. Our main major that we have on campus is nursing, as well as communication studies. Students really tend to succeed really well with those. These are some of the internship programs that we offer too. Some majors require internships after your junior year. Us being so close to the city, we have good relationships with a bunch of big companies to make that possible. These are some of the student organizations that I ran. We have Anime Gaming Club, Booklings Club, Campus Ministry. So it's a good way to meet people on campus as well as stay connected within the community. Like I said before, we have 17 Division II athletic programs, basketball, baseball, cross country, golf, lacrosse, soccer, tennis, track and field, and then volleyball for women's. And one other thing too, while living on campus at Dominican, we think safety is very important. So we always have 24-hour front security desks. Check in when you go into your dorms. You always have to check in with someone. And there's always people just going around to make sure everyone's safe. And then these are just some services we have on campus, peer mentors, new student and transition center coming in as freshmen. It's very very new and can be overwhelming sometimes. So we offer these stuff to make the transition to college a lot more easier. And then this is just tuition and fees. Our tuition runs about 31,000, and then room and board is another 14. This is based off where you're living. Also, if you're commuting, you obviously won't be paying room and board. And this is just a sticker price before scholarships, financial aid, and all that. And just for applying, you can either go to our website and apply through there, or you can go on the Common App and use our waiver code WAVEUG. The application fee will be waived, so it'll be free of charge. And just make sure you get your transcript to us, and we'll try to get you a response as soon as possible. Open houses coming up soon, in about 2 weeks. We're having one on October 23rd. So it's a really good chance to meet the faculty, take a tour of campus, and just really to start get to know everyone. And if you have any questions, you can always contact us at the admissions office, follow us on social media, or give us a call. That is it. I look forward to speaking to you guys after. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks. All right, College of the Holy Cross is next.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate the fact that you're taking your evening time to learn more about the schools. My name is Camila Dino, and I work for College of the Holy Cross. I also graduated from here in 2018, and I would love to share a lot about the school. Let me go ahead and share my screen with everyone. Let me just start from the beginning. So a little bit about College of the Holy Cross. We're located in Worcester, Massachusetts, which is about 1 hour away from Boston, about 45 minutes from Providence as well. We are a small undergraduate only Jesuit Catholic institution, and we celebrate all faith backgrounds and beliefs. Now, some of the statistics, we have 3,100 undergraduate students, and actually we are the only Jesuit Catholic institution in the United States that focuses on undergraduate, which means that you are not competing against teaching assistants, against graduate students, as I said, teaching assistants or anything like that. Our average class size is 19. We have, for every 10 students on campus, we have 1 faculty member, and we have an 86% four-year graduation rate. All courses are taught by faculty members. They hold their PhDs, they have the expertise that you can learn from as well. Here we have a list of majors and minors at our school. So for instance, what some students actually do, they will double major or they do a major in concentration. So for instance, they could choose something like anthropology with a concentration on gender, sexuality, and women's studies. And some of those classes can overlap as well for students to be able to take other classes that they would like for fun or to learn more and explore. We also have focused career programs. We have a 3-2 engineering program. Now that is 3 years at Holy Cross and then 2 years at Columbia University. Throughout those 5 years, you'll be able to get hands-on experience, get a lot of internships, and create network, right, with different professors. Some of our other focused career programs are health professions, business, pre-law, and teacher education program. Now for the health professions, again, depending on the route that you want to take, for instance, if you want to become a nurse, it's going to be a very different route from becoming a dentist, but you'll have advisors, you'll have a lot of professors helping you through that path, and they'll also help you navigate that route and also make sure to be able to get internships and hands-on experiences. For the business one, we do have 3 different certificates, finance and banking, business fundamentals, and entrepreneurship. Depending on which one you like the most, you can choose that. And then again, all that focused career program also runs the same way, hands-on experience, and then you'll take classes. You probably will have to do some internships over breaks as well with that. And then the teacher education program, pre-law first. Let me just go over pre-law. We do have a 92% acceptance for pre-law, which is wonderful. They will give you a lot of practice with preparing for LSATs, mock trials. You can shadow alumni as well. We do have a great alumni network in the Boston area, New York City, Washington, D.C. And then for the teacher education program, that you'll get a license to teach in Massachusetts. And then, of course, you'll be teaching as internships, and then you'll be taking classes as well. And now, Holy Cross is a liberal arts college. You do not have to decide when you first come in. You can come in as undeclared. You actually have all the way up to the second semester of the second year to decide what major you'd like to stick to. Montserrat is one of our programs that we have for first-year students. It's actually wonderful. Basically, what you'll be doing is there's 6 clusters that we have. So as you can see here on the right side, contemporary challenges, core human questions, and so on. So basically, you'll be in one of those clusters, and the classes that you'll be in, you'll be paired up with one of the clusters, right? So the classes are unnatural food in America. That's been one of the courses that has been taught in the past. The science of happiness, or hip hop and identity. So basically, these are classes that professors really take their time. They actually create these classes based on something they've done in the past or some research, and they're really engaging. They actually tend to be smaller than 19. They can be like 15 students. The next part is community-based learning. We do have some classes at Holy Cross that have a CBL component, which can be about 2 or 3 hours a week, where you go out in the community and you are volunteering, whether it's teaching a language or teaching a skill, and that really helps you get those skills, right? Make sure to know that, make sure that you know how to do something. So for instance, if you learn Spanish and you go and teach it, if you don't know it so well, then that shows that you should do more work, right? The other part with CBL is that students throughout their 4 years at Holy Cross, about 98% of them have done some sort of CBL volunteer work. For the research opportunities, you can find a lot of those on our website. We have a great career service center as well, and we actually have alumni that give those internship and research opportunities to Holy Cross students only. They know how hard Holy Cross students work, and they believe in them. Now, the next part, we do have a semester away program, which is about, we actually right now, we only have the Washington, D.C. The New York City is not available anymore at this point. Basically, what you'll be doing is an internship 40 hours a week. You'll be paid for that. And then you'll be working on a paper. I think it's like a 25 to 30 page paper, and you'll take a class as well. It's a wonderful opportunity to network, to use those skills. You can find, let's say if you go to Washington, D.C., you can find an internship in politics, or you can find an internship in the Smithsonian Museum or other ones. It really depends on your needs and your interests. For study abroad, we've been #1 ranked long-term program. We have over 50 programs at this point, and over 29 countries. We are still working on that. And you can decide whether you want to go to an English-speaking country or a non-English speaking country, whichever one you choose. It's a great way to explore, learn languages, and to kind of create your individuality as you go through the 4 years at school. And usually it's your junior year. We are a Division I sports school. We have 27 Division I sports, and you can, if you would like to apply through those, you get a full scholarship. And then the other thing I just wanted to say is 94% of class of 2020, they reported being employed within 7 months after they graduated. And our average starting salary is here, our acceptances, and pretty much we've been number 35 best liberal arts college. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to speaking with you.
Thank you. All right, we have heard from everyone at this point, so I would love to welcome you all back on screen, and maybe we'll go through a couple questions here, so we can see, get some more insight on your colleges and your experiences and that kind of thing. So my first question for all of you, I'm gonna put this into gallery mode so I can see everybody. My first question here is what advice do you have for someone who's going through this search process, either sometime now or in the near future? And we'll jump back up to Pace University to start.
Sure. So, I even learned something about all the colleges that presented. So this is the key, like get all the information you can get, listen to everyone, and also just do your research. Also have an idea of something that you would like do you definitely want to be local? Do you definitely want to be just an hour away? Like I met a student last week who the mom said nothing more than 3 hours away, right? So even if you don't know all the specifics yet, start with little things like I'm only going to go as far as 3 hours away, and then you could start narrowing it down like that. But like sessions like these are great because you get so much information in such a short time. It helps you to start to make a decision.
Absolutely. Thank you. Manhattan College, what is your advice?
Yeah, I would offer a couple here. My first piece of advice is to have a conversation with your family, have a conversation about what you're looking for, where you're looking to go, how far is too far, and what is comfortable for you and your family. I know that this is a big decision, so it's important to take those close to you into consideration. My next piece of advice is to visit the colleges that you are exploring, just because you want to be sure that you feel most comfortable in the environment. You want to see yourself there as a student. And I think that once you visit the right campus, the campus that is for you, you'll know which one it is once you visit. And most importantly, have fun. I know the college process can be grueling at times and very overwhelming, but I think that you can't forget to enjoy every bit of it, because it comes so fast. And then before you know it, you're graduating. So be sure to enjoy it along the way.
Thank you. Dominican University, what is your advice?
I think the biggest thing is just staying organized with everything. I know just for me personally, I definitely was a little hectic when I was applying to colleges and everything, and it was very stressful. Just make sure you really know what you want. Get a notebook, folders too of places you applied to. Yeah, and just staying on top of everything and not being so overwhelmed.
Thanks. All right, and College of Holy Cross.
I would say that make sure that the school you go to has that major that you kind of are thinking of. You don't want to be in a situation where you go to school and let's say you want to, graduate with a psychology major and they don't even offer psychology. So make sure that they have that. And also what I would do is ask, what do students do after? Get those, see if you can meet some alumni beforehand and see what they're doing and what they're up to, and kind of really ask them and ask those real questions, like what happens afterwards, because it is an investment on your future and you want to make sure that you go to a place that makes sense for you.
Great advice. Thanks everybody for that. My next question is, what is one thing you want students to remember about your school specifically? And we'll jump back up to Pace.
Yes, so I really like to let students know that they're getting 2 for the price of 1, which is really amazing, especially in New York. Some people just really wish they could stay local. Their parents, or they don't even want to go too far, but they still want that amazing campus feel. Like I said, I keep saying the picture in the background is our 200-acre state-of-the-art campus in Pleasantville, New York, a very pleasant, walkable college town, only 45 minutes away from our main New York City campus. There's housing on both, and we have so much to offer students. You could be a pace setter for a day before you even come to PACE. So along with getting accepted to 10 or 15 universities, you could come to our campus as a student before you even get into college as a high schooler. So we really say to you, hey, try it before you buy it. So that's something you can remember about PACE.
Awesome, thank you. Manhattan College?
Yeah. What I really want everyone to take away is that Manhattan College is truly a community. Our faculty, our staff and administrators really do invest in every student's education, their professional development, and their person. We really are rallying behind every student, knowing that they can do good once they leave the classroom. And we are also making sure that they have the resources and the tools that they need to be successful once they leave campus. But that said, once they leave, we're not done working with them. So that's most important. You'll always have a home at Manhattan College.
Awesome, thank you. Dominican College?
Hi, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question one more time?
Yeah, one thing you want students to remember about your school.
I think it's important, our class sizes, we don't go more than 25 people in a class. I think that's really important for that one-on-one relationship with the professor. You're not going to be a number to them. In some of these bigger schools, they're going to know you by your name. If you have any questions, need help with anything, they're going to get a response to you back in a couple minutes or an hour. So just having that relationship with professors.
Awesome, thank you. And College of the Holy Cross.
What I would say is the alumni network that we have. So even after you finish your 4 years at Holy Cross, we have a great alumni networking in the Boston area, New York City area, Washington, D.C., which is really important, right? Because especially if you want to navigate jobs afterwards, it's important to have other alumni to rely on and to ask them questions. And we even have alumni in our office that take their Saturdays off just to help us with interviews in our office or anything like it. Oh, sorry. I lost all of you for a second. Yeah, so pretty much just making sure that you keep those connections even after. And students do all the time. We have alumni who are like 60, 70, they come to Holy Cross. I mean, they just love the school and they love the students. So knowing that there's gonna be that love in their community there, it's really important.
Thank you. All right, we have time for one more question. So what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process? And Pace University, you can go first.
That is really so hard. I love when Evelyn said, just have fun. I mean, who doesn't want to just go out to Holy Cross, go to DC, come over across the bridge, to Westchester and the Bronx and Yonkers, it definitely can be hard, but you could make it as fun as possible. Like Dominican said, I mean, just be organized, plan. I said Dominican because I didn't think your name was Kathleen. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So, I want to debunk that is super hard because it's actually, to me, a rite of passage. It's like that time of your life where you should really be excited about this. It's like so much information, so many amazing choices. Like, I'm done with college so many years and I'm listening to everyone and I'm like, wait, I should have gone there, or I want to go there, or I want to go there too. You know what I mean? So, make it fun, ask questions, speak to your family, go to the campuses. Someone said it, you will know when you go. Like, we could tell you all these amazing things, but when you get on the campus, you're going to know. And it could be something simple, because I've had students attend a university I used to work at. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. In the past, and the student just enjoyed the music in the bathroom because it was like jazz music, right? It could be the simplest thing. So have an open mind and just stay organized, and it can be fun if you make it fun.
Thank you so much. Manhattan College.
Yeah, I want to echo everything my colleague at Pace said. In addition to it being fun, I think it's important to remember that you are not going through it alone. Sometimes I feel that students are overwhelmed by the process and think that just because they're the ones submitting the application, it is, the weight of the world is on them. I want students to know that not only is your family going through it with you, but your counselor, your admissions counselor, is also going through the process with you. So I think my other piece of advice is get to know your admissions counselor, because they will be one of the many people to make it as easy as possible for you by answering your questions and really walking with you every step of the way. And hopefully you have a good enough relationship that you can maintain that relationship throughout your 4 years at the college.
Awesome. Thank you. Dominican University.
Yeah, just like what was said earlier before, it's really not a hard process. It's, if you just have everything and you know what you're doing, have everything organized, it's going to be very smooth and very easy for you.
Holy Cross.
Just make sure it's the myth, right? The myth that you would debunk, or that's yeah. So for me, I know some students, what they've said to me before is like, oh, schools are not reading my essays, and I mean, for example, like our school specifically, like we do a very holistic approach with your applications. We're reading, we have 2 people reading your applications, and we have a committee looking at your applications. So meaning that we really do care. And on top of that, and that's very specific to our school, but in general, I mean, admission counselors, they really put in their time. They're working long hours. They really care, and please ask them questions. So sort of like what everybody said earlier, just ask questions. You never know what answers you get. Advocate for yourself, and so on. And just don't feel that, like, sometimes you get so overwhelmed that you say, oh, no one cares. Like, we really do care. There's so many people that will help you, and you just take that time and ask those questions, and we'll be there. There's going to be a lot of people helping you through the process.
So
Chelsea, I know I went already, but can I say something, one myth they should really think about?
sure. Yeah.
do not think that you cannot afford private colleges. Private colleges and private universities are very accessible. I think we're probably all private, and we have the money. Last year, PACE gave out 382 million, and everyone has said it already. If it's not between 98%, it's up to 100%, especially if you're coming straight out of high school, that we're gonna have some money for you, and everyone is getting a merit scholarship just on your GPA alone before we look at everything else. So a huge myth is that private schools are inaccessible and unaffordable. Sometimes by the time you're done getting aid and scholarships, it's about the same or less than a SUNY or CUNY, especially being in New York. So that's something to really keep in mind.
Absolutely. Thank you for adding that in. Awesome. All right. So it is that time. I'm going to wrap things up for us here. So thank you so much to our presenters for putting this information together and spending some time with us this evening. And thank you to our participants as well. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick survey. We really appreciate any feedback you can provide. You'll be able to find this recording as well as all the other recordings if you missed one or want to watch it again at strivescan.com/SFP. Thanks so much and have a great rest of your week.
Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Have a good night.
Bye.